Genesis chapter 7, verse 1. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. You shall take with you 7 each of every clean animal, a male and his female, 2 each of animals that are unclean, a male and his female. Also 7 each of birds of the air, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days I will cause it to rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and I will destroy from the face of the earth all living things that I have made." And Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters were on the earth. So Noah, with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives, went into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of clean animals, of animals that are unclean, of birds, and of everything that creeps on the earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male and female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass, after 7 days, that the waters of the flood were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day, all the fountains of the deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah and Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, entered the ark. They and every beast after its kind, all cattle after their kind, every creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark to Noah, 2 by 2, of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. So those that entered, male and female, of all flesh, went in as God has commanded them. And the Lord shut him in. Now the flood was on the earth 40 days. The waters increased and lifted up the ark, and it rose high above the earth. The waters prevailed and greatly increased on the earth, and the ark moved about on the surface of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth, and all the high hills under the whole heaven were covered. The waters prevailed 15 cubits upward, and the mountains were covered. And all flesh died that moved on the earth, birds and cattle, and beasts of every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, and every man. All in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life, all that was on the dry land died. So he destroyed all living things which were on the face of the ground, both man and cattle, creeping thing and bird of the air. They were destroyed from the earth. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive, and the watches prevailed on the earth 150 days. Genesis chapter 7. Alrighty, that was Genesis chapter 7. Right now, it is the 29th of January, 2026, and it is currently 17:11 exactly. I have a very specific uh set of verses. It's not just one verse this time that stuck out to me a lot. And that was verses 1 through 5. So in Genesis chapter 7, verse 1 through 5, there was a specific word that got to me, and that was the word seven, right? I'm told, I was taught way when I was younger that it was two of each animal. And I thought it was, oh, okay, male and female, and that was it. But it says here in verse 2, take with you 7 pairs if going across the NIV, right? It says, take with you 7 pairs of each kind of clean animal, a male and its mate. And in the New King James Version, which is what I usually read from, it reads of, you shall take with you 7 each of every clean animal, a male and its female. A male and his female, my bad. And that right there, even though it's one word difference, it, to me, gives an entirely different meaning or context. It feels very different. So that was one thing for me. Another thing is, once again, the verse. So yeah, so verse 4, right? It says, for after 7 more days, I will cause it to rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, right? And it's an instance of 7 being brought up again, you know, repetitively being brought up. For the numbers of 40, when I read it, 40 days and 40 nights, it brings me to Matthew chapter 4, where it talks about after Jesus is baptized, he goes into the wilderness and he fasts for 40 days and 40 nights. And afterwards, he's tempted by the devil. And that's what stuck out to me. And verse 5 reading, and Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. So it's very, very big for me. Once again, speaking of from the last video, I went more over it, but in the here and now, I have started my first day of fasting. I don't know how long I'm going to fast because I know this is not my first time fasting, but despite reason for fasting, I'm glad that I'm able to listen and do according to what I've been told to do. Other than that, that's the whole gist right there. I hope you guys had a really great day. I've had a great day myself. Hopefully, I will have another time to do another chapter when that time comes. Other than that, catch you all later. Have a blessed day. Good night. I still want to see your favorite verse, though. Bring the favorite verses. Adios.